Hey, this is Michael Beebe. How you doing tonight? This is my second attempt at doing this. It's really helpful if you remember to turn the volume on before you start talking for a live webcast. So, hopefully, I got all the stupids out of the way, and I'm okay from this point on. I probably didn't. I'm prone to fucking up at some of the worst times. This could be another one of them. So I may or may not be able to do that. To make another one. Hopefully this is the real test run, and this one works for me. I need to one thing I forgot to do, and it's not a huge deal. I need to sign in, open in web browser, so that we can have audio chat, or not audio, text chat, and just make sure it's working. Hey, look at that! There we go. So, all right, we have text now. So, if anyone does,
Hi there. I'm Michael, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. I really hope you enjoy everything that you see here, or just some of it. I don't expect you to like everything.
Wow. Made a mistake there and hit the play button. I restarted something, and wow, that just blasted right through. I'm not even sure where that was coming out of. And wow. Okay, but the most important thing is I'm not just going to restart. Be like, I fucked that up. No, I'm going to keep going. Going to keep working through this. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a while. Is just sit down and talk to people. I bought a microphone, bought a mixer. I have an old camera from on an old iPhone. I bought some ring lights at Goodwill that are really, really fucking bright right now. So, I even have sunglasses sitting next to me just in case they're too bright. Because, it's the middle of the night, I'd look cool with sunglasses on. So, yeah, the ring lights at Goodwill were like $10 or something, if that. They're really high end. One of them's really high end. One, it's not great. It's not high end, but it holds the camera pretty nicely. So, that's its big selling point. Is it's right here in front of me, holding the camera. Yeah, but no, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I don't really think people sit down and have honest conversations with each other, and just have a good time talking. And God knows I enjoy talking. It's one of my favorite things to do. I talk in my sleep. I just don't shut up. And the purpose is just kind of twofold. Over the last, 6 or 8 months, I've become a little bit reclusive, and some of my friends don't see me as frequently as they've got used to. This way, they can see me and they can hear my voice at least once a week. I'm thinking about doing this Friday or Saturday night thing. Originally, I was going to do this last night, and I was just trying to get some stuff ready for it, and it was not coming together. I'm like, I guess I'm doing it Saturday night. I picked 8 p.m. I have a buddy that does one. He usually does his live cast at 7. And most shows of his last about an hour or less. Some, however, 2 and 3 hours. So, but I didn't want to step on his time. So, I decided to do it at 8 o'clock. So then a buddy of mine and I went to the beach today, and I got fucking fried. I was going to shave my head and face, and I was looking at my skin tone and the razor. I'm like, nope. No, that's gonna hurt. So, and if someone should happen to pop in, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine also. This is definitely going to go into my videos on YouTube, just sit there, and it'll also be uploaded to Dailymotion and to Rumble. What's the other one? Twitch. I think I can upload to Twitch. I'll have to check. I don't think that's only live. Might be. But anyway, this is just me getting comfortable with it. If some people pop in, they pop in. If they don't, they don't. I do have a goal I would like to hit in the next week, however. Right now I have 18 subscribers. I would like to hit 100 subscribers between now and next Saturday. Well, actually, I think technically it'd be Friday. In fact, if somebody were to do a subscription, or not subscribe, subscribe to me right now, and I'll show you here. I'll do the test on it for merch. I'm not selling anything right now, but if somebody were to buy something, there we go. And it shows up right there. I don't want to hit the one for a subscriber. So if a subscriber does it, they'll have something similar pop up right in the same location, where you'll just show the new subscriber and their name, and I can thank them, which I can really see that small on the screen. I'm staying too far away to see that print. So if you should happen to subscribe, thank you. I'm probably not saying your name. It's at that midpoint where it's like I don't need my glasses to see the screen. It's about 6 inches closer, 4 inches. But otherwise, it's not really happening right now. So anyway, I don't know if I even said it. My name is Michael Beebe, and I'm doing this like in part so that my friends that haven't seen me or heard from me can at least once a week sit down and be like, oh, he is still alive. That's fucking awesome. They must have missed. So, because I know my friends kind of miss me. And, they like to hear my voice. They actually get to see me. So, they'll enjoy it. And make some new friends along the way. Get some subscribers in here. I'd like to make this into a community where people can just sit and bullshit for a couple hours and have a good time. So I also have some, might want to talk about some news, because I saw some stuff and I kind of laughed about it, and put them on a browser so that we can kind of laugh together as we. But I also have to remember that at some point I'm also going to take strip the audio off of this, so that we have a video or an audio version only. So I can't be too intense on visuals, but I can do some. So, there's my mouse. I'm getting used to the software. It's not exactly straightforward. If you want to do something a little bit different, it's not quite intuitive, I guess I want to say. For lack of a better word, but it works great. I tested. I had to run 100 tests, just a bunch of different lives, and where I'd make the system go live, and then I'd back it out. But I swear I tested it. I can't even tell you how many times, just to make sure the whole thing was working, and it did. Hey, look at that. I just popped open the YouTube page, and it actually shows that we're live right now. It's a pretty good feeling. I know, it doesn't take much to make me happy. Anyway, I found some news articles I want to talk about. That's right, I was looking for my mouse. ADD's a bitch. I swear I haven't even decided on a name for the show. I swear it's going to be called Intrusive Thoughts. So anyway, do you remember 10 years ago, people were doing the Ice Bucket Challenge? I didn't know it was 10 years ago, but apparently, 10-year anniversary, they're trying to bring it back. I was at the beach today, and my buddy and I were talking about this, because he doesn't know, but I'm like, did you know? I had like 10 different things that I was telling him, hey, did you know? Well, no, he didn't hear any of that shit because I just read about it last night. And they're bringing the ice bucket challenge back. And him and I were having a discussion about it because the idea of the challenge was to raise money because people don't want to get soaked with water, like freezing water. But if you think about it, 10 years ago, who really had the extra money? Nobody. So people were choosing to get, soaked with the freezing water because it was better than giving someone money. They still, and I read the article briefly, I kind of perused it, they did raise a shit ton of money, and in the last decade have raised almost $1 billion or something. It was an insane amount. So, good on them. But yeah, I always thought it was kind of cool. It was a cool challenge, I thought. I didn't know what ALS was at the time. A friend of mine actually passed away from it. I was more friends with his daughter than him, but he was an awesome dude. I really liked him. One of those people that I really liked, really respected. And he was just generally a cool motherfucker. And yeah, I really missed him. He says more Jessica's dad, my friend Jessica's dad, and we didn't go out drinking or anything, but he was definitely someone who, in his final days, I did have to go see him in the hospital, and I never actually knew right up front what he died from, and then I found out it was from ALS, and that kind of hit home for me on that one because I had no clue, and yeah, I miss Dave. He was just really, really good dude. Anyway, I just made myself sad. Anyway, so has anyone been watching the Paris Olympics? I know a lot of people are, and a lot of people are boycotting it because it's too woke or some bullshit. I don't know. People that are against wokeness, which a lot of times I can be, but people that are anti-woke, though, are a lot of times just looking for a reason to be offended by things. Like the imagery that they had on opening day, where people were saying it was, the Last Supper and how they were making it look bad, and I was looking at it like, either way, it's a shitty painting, it's just a shitty piece of art. Like I don't think anything was making it better, is all I'm saying there. But one of the good things that's coming out of the Olympics, it's certainly not their, sleeping on cardboard beds or the USA's basketball team just saying screw it and spending $25 million on hotel rooms because you're not putting 7-foot men in on cardboard beds. And but one of the highlights has been Snoop Watch 2024, where you have Snoop Dogg dressed like you'd think his daughter was competing in every event. He is Captain America right now. That man, first of all, he's Snoop Dogg, so he's one of the coolest motherfuckers alive. Like, what he's wearing right now, just in that picture, would look stupid on anyone else. Now, anyone can buy that and look damn cool because, you're dressed like Snoop Dogg. But yeah, that's it. Like, Snoop Dogg might be the definition of cool for some people. I don't know if he's necessarily my definition of cool, but he's a cool motherfucker. Yeah, kind of gotta love the Snoop. So, this next one made me chuckle, and it shouldn't have, because it's really a bad thing. Not that bad, but bad enough. But it doesn't say if there's any injuries or not. I like to think not. It was the middle of the day. A Porky's distribution truck slammed into a couple of houses in New Jersey. So I had to look it up because I thought, for some reason I thought that was the like a can of pork and beans. I thought it was like a pork and bean company. Like, I was looking up Porky's beans and stuff, and nothing was coming up. Apparently, they're a distribution company. I don't know why. Maybe there was, like, I don't know, when I was a kid, maybe there was a can of pork and beans that had a pig like that on it. I don't know. But for some reason I was thinking this was a brand of pork and beans. It is not. It's actually a distribution center that moves pork around New Jersey. Probably other places too. But it was just so funny when I saw that, because I was also reminded of the movies in the 80s, Porky's 1, Porky's 2, and the hit Porky's 3, that really should have gotten an Academy Award. I don't know if I want to be in a world that doesn't give Porky's 3 an Academy. Sorry, I was just thinking about Porky's. What a great piece of Americana that movie is. I also learned something pretty cool that I didn't know. I'm a science nerd anyway. I love all things sciencey, whatever. This thing, a nova explosion. I never heard of a nova explosion. I've heard of supernovas. I never heard the word just nova. In their defense, I guess it makes sense that if you have a supernova, maybe there's one that's, a less super. Anyway, this one here is 3,000 light years away, which is pretty fucking far. You're not walking that anytime soon. But every 79 to 80 years, we see it. It's some kind of reoccurring nova. It's called the Blaze Star. It's actually a pair of stars located 3,000 light years away. The star system is a recurring nova with Earth-visible explosions every 79 to 80 years, according to NASA. That's the entire article. Like, there is nothing more to it. I wish there was. It would maybe make some more sense. But no, that was it. I'd like to know what date. I mean, like, how do I plan the viewing party? If I don't know when it is. But yeah, that seems like the most basic and simplest of things to have in this article is, when will it be? Because I'd like to know. And if it's coming up, I'm 49 now. I'm probably not going to be able to wait around for the next one. I'd like to think that I can, but the odds are kind of against it. So, who here loves Las Vegas? I'm a big Vegas fan, and I actually watch a lot of the local news coverage from out there and everything. And they have Formula One. They started last year. The Las Vegas Grand Prix, I think is what this one's called. And people were hopeful. But a lot of people were kind of pissed off because, it's going to ruin my commute. The people that were for it were saying how much money it brings into the city, and when you're a tourist city, you have to do touristy things. So it seemed like a good idea, except it really wasn't. And ended up it wasn't a loser. Some people made money, but there was one hotel that's actually suing, that's just off the strip. That was their entrance was blocked. So for the entire event, nobody could get into or out of their hotel. So they had to close down and sell how much money that they couldn't make. Anyway, so fast forward to this year, the owners of the properties in Fremont Street Experience are setting up a new thing called Neon City Festival. Sorry for everyone else, the image is right here. For me, it's right here. So I'm reading it here on my screen. So if I'm looking the weird way to read what's above there, Still got to get used to everything's backwards. So they're doing the Las Vegas Neon City Festival, the same dates as the Grand Prix this year. And it looks like it's going to be a fun event. It looks like it's going to be free. It doesn't even say what it is, just that they're doing it. So Las Vegas doesn't do anything that doesn't bring in money. So you're going to have the people coming in for the Grand Prix. They're going to be like, all right, we got some free shit to do. Let's go check out. And you're going to have the locals that are being invited, because the whole idea is something that locals can go do, which I think is kind of cool. There's not a lot of that going on there, where you actually have stuff geared towards locals. I wish it was more descriptive about what the plan is for it. But the in Fremont Street always looks kind of cool, especially with that big ass canopy going over the top. It's anyway, I'm kind of curious about this and what all happens from it, and if it's as popular as it looks like it's going to be. So I used to work. Wow, that was a shitty segue. Years back, I worked in a gas station. And one of the things I hated was when people would come in, they'd hand me their fortune cookie from where the local Chinese restaurant was here in town that they'd stop at. That's no longer there. Or the Panda Express, which ironically does not sell panda steaks. I thought I could get a panda steak there and have them make it quick, but no. The girl actually seems appalled every time I go in and ask for a panda steak. Anyway, so the people would come in after engorging themselves at an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, and they'd stop in and they'd have their lottery. They'd want their lottery numbers, because a lot of the fortune cookies have the your lucky numbers are. This motherfucker in North Carolina actually won $200,000 by doing that. Oh, I'm so pissed. Because now it's just going to encourage other jackasses to go to the gas station and not fill out the card and just had the clerk their little ticket. Hey, can you do this? No, I don't. I don't have time for you. I hated lottery people with a passion. They were some of the rudest and stupidest people that you'd have to deal with in the service industry. And yeah, it was not enjoyable at all to deal with them. And we have a casino here in town, and the place that I worked was on the outskirts of town. So I used to always call it the Last Chance Club before you go back to Chicago, because people stop in, buy their Powerball and their scratchers, sit there and mess up my counter by having to scratch everything off right before they got back on the interstate to see if they were actually a winner on this trip. If you want to know if you're a winner or not, and you're in the gas station buying scratch-offs after losing all your money at the casino, the answer is no. However, if you want to talk about someone that is a winner, that is the man with an 8.3-pound eggplant. When I saw this headline, I giggled. Iowa man's eggplant is world record size, until I realized it's not the emoji, it's an actual eggplant. I thought it was, code, and like this guy is just swinging a big dick or something. But either way, if this dude is single, he really, really needs to create a Tinder profile with that as his headline, because that's gonna get the ladies, dude. That's gonna get the ladies. Yeah, I saw that, and yeah, I could not stop laughing when I saw the size of that man's eggplant. which also doesn't sound like a good thing to say. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was hitting some wrong buttons here, and sometimes they're just not as responsive, even though I'm using my mouse, as I would like them to be. So I'm going to shut up for a second so you can watch the fireball in the sky. Okay, maybe I don't need to shut up to do this. This is in San Diego. Like, you can see this in San Diego of a fireball shooting over the night sky. And, yeah, there's a better image of it. And, yeah, no one knows what it is yet. Doesn't really seem like something that'd be very meteor-like. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But, yeah, that doesn't seem like, I don't know. It doesn't look right. I'm thinking it's aliens. Aliens would be a good thing. Or a good guess on that one. Maybe not a good thing. Especially if they're like War of the Worlds. That shit would suck. But, speaking of aliens in a galaxy far, far away, this is the coolest thing ever, and this was done by one of two people. This was either done by a complete nerd or a woman who really knows fashion. Princess Leia's Star Wars gold bikini fetches $175,000 at auction. You know, like my first thought was, you know that there is some nerd that's about to live out a fantasy, and I don't really want to hear that fantasy out loud. Like, you know it's going to be some kind of weird, fucked up shit. Anyway, the option 2 is, let's say you're an actress, and you show up on the red carpet for the Oscars wearing the original Princess Leia bikini. You just became the star of the show. Like, literally, there is nobody that's not talking about you in the news for the next week about what you wore to the Oscars. Especially if you're not even nominated and you're just like a guest of someone and you're wearing that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you are queen shit if you're wearing that to the Oscars. I think that would be amazing if that's who bought it. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to find out, or I don't think you're going to see that's the person that actually bought it. You're going to see it was probably a creepy 55-year-old incel who lives in his mom's basement still and jerks off a lot. Maybe has a girlfriend, maybe not. I feel like a hooker might be wearing that Princess Leia outfit pretty soon. Like I said, I don't know who bought it, but it might end up on a hooker. Like one of those girls that, yeah, a girl that has really high self-esteem isn't going to do the shit that this hooker will do. And well dressed as Princess Leia from Jedi. So, and the last thing I want to talk about this is, I saw this, I laughed, and I had so many questions. Seattle Customs and Border Patrol officer sees narcotics from the same traveler twice in 1 week. And it goes on to say it was like pills and like date rape drug, like a pound of it each time. How do you bond out, get back to your country of origin, and then come back here with another supply that quickly? Like, the only thing that would have made this story better is if it was the same officer who's like, hey, didn't I stop you? Didn't I arrest you last week? How did you, leave the country? Because I thought if you had an arrest or something like that you couldn't even leave the country that you're in. I thought you actually had to stay there until the trial. I know a lot of Americans, when they get in trouble, they can't bond out or anything, or they have to surrender their passports if they're considered to be a flight risk. Well, I don't know. Somebody that has a return flight tomorrow is probably a flight risk. So it seems, I don't know, maybe I'm wackadoo, but I feel like that guy should be in prison. So, anyway, I am going to basically just leave it here for now. And next week we will pick up again. I will see who wants to talk, who wants to chat. I do have one thing I'm trying to do here. I have currently 18 subscribers. Yeah, a whole 18. However, it's promising. Now, I know 18 doesn't sound like much, but I haven't done shit with this. I've had this page since 2017, maybe. I haven't done a damn thing with it until the last week. I mean, yeah, I posted stuff here and there, most of it was videos that I'm like, I don't mind sharing this with the public. However, it's really just for me. I just don't want to lose it on my phone. That's most of what has been put out there. And I haven't made YouTube a priority in my life. I'm not saying that's changing huge where, that YouTube is going to be the main thing that I worry about in life from now on. No, I'm job searching. So I'm going to be trying to find work somewhere. So YouTube's not as important as, pissing indoors, showering on a regular basis, in a place that, keeps a roof over my head. So, yeah, employment, then YouTube. But I need to focus on the YouTube because I didn't realize how easy a lot of it is. I just had some videos that I was fucking around with that were older, like over the last 7 or 8 years. One of them was from last October, I know, at the Absinthe House in New Orleans. So I cut it down, made it into a short, made it vertical and everything. So it's the tall, skinny type. And so I put it up there, and I had I think I'm up to 870 views on that now. I'm like, shit. The best I'd had before that was 30. Apparently people like to see shit set on fire. I can't say anything about that. I like to see shit set on fire. So I had, going into that video, I had 9 subscribers on YouTube. And so I started just repurposing some of my old shit. I just reformatted the size, set up, I think I'm posting 2 or 3 a day. Like I said, it was over the last 7 or 8 years. And, yeah, I'm starting to see growth. And today I have 18 followers. So in a week, I doubled my followers. So I would like to do that again. And I'm going to need your help with that. I want to increase my following on YouTube. And I'm focusing just on YouTube right now. I'm using something called Streamlabs Desktop. And the free version, I can only output just to one option. I can pick any option I want, but there's only one. In this case, I decided that YouTube is going to be it because I've had some recent positive feedback on my YouTube. Once, let's say I should monetize down the line, or have some extra cash flow coming in that I could associate with this page, then I'll pay for I almost said StreamYard, which is what my buddy uses, Streamlabs Desktop. I'll actually pay the $20 a month or $150 a year where I can output to anybody. So then I can output you all these other sites at once instead of having to download my video and then re-upload to other places. So that'll be the one downfall to the method I'm doing right now. Anyway, I really would like to to ask everybody if they would please, if anyone should happen to watch this over the next week or whatever, it doesn't even matter when you watch it, if you would do me the hugest of favors and please like and subscribe. Become part of the conversation, man. You can sit down, because right now I've gone, what did it say, 35 minutes and 47 seconds. Like the 47 seconds really fucking matters. But, so we've gone 35 minutes. We have someone else in here that wants to talk to me. I'll be more than happy to have the conversation. 20 people want to have a conversation. Shit, let's keep it going. I'll go all night. It doesn't matter to me. If I don't have to work in the morning, I'll go as long as I can. So, anyway, I just wanted to thank everybody who stopped in, who watched, who hit the live, and who watches it over the next week, or again, whoever watches it whenever, for taking your time out and doing this. And please hit the like, hit the subscribe, like, thumbs ups and whatever. Do all the things. So, anyway, thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you later.